Hello and welcome to Top Plays. I am your host, Blue from KantoCast, and this is the series where we take you inside some of the best plays from the weeks of the GBA Season 5. We have some great plays to go over this week, but not only that, we have some very choice MVP mons to highlight in the process. Although the list is numbered, it should be known that these were all incredible moments, and it was terribly difficult to put them in any particular order. Now then, to the plays. At number 5, we have the Pelippers going up against the Rampardos. As we've seen in previous weeks, Reuniclus is a very useful Pokemon to have on your team, and this week, it's no different. This time, Reuniclus sets up a late-game Trick Room, allowing it to get a KO on Mega Aggron, as well as get considerable damage onto Sylveon before going down. Though alone this doesn't seem like much, but the damage on Sylveon allowed Mega Scizor to take it out with a Bullet Punch, and then with Trick Room still active, Mega Scizor was able to KO Jolteon with a U-turn. All of the well-timed plays made with Reuniclus allowed the Pelippers to clinch an incredibly close 1-0 over the Rampardos. At the number 4 spot, we have the Regirockies versus the Seakings. And here, we're going to highlight the cautiously played yet well-executed Diggersby. Not only did this bunny one-shot Clefable, its quick attack came in too clutch for the endgame win. First taking out Tornadus with a double quick attack, and then the Hitmonlee after taking a fake out, the Regirocky showed a great utilization of Diggersby, and that earned them a well-deserved 2-0 win over the Seakings. Now for number 3, we'll be looking at the Marill versus Deoxys match, and I'm sure you guys all know that Zapdos had to make this list. This bird was set free from its cage, ready to rampage, and that's exactly what it did. Zapdos had a great moveset, and combined with the proper planning of the Marill, it was a perfect combination. Zapdos picked up a Hidden Power Ice KO onto Cradily, it saw through Zoroark's disguise and KO'd it with a Discharge after taking a Dark Pulse. Zapdos then landed a Heat Wave onto Lucario, scoring its third KO, and finally lives a Flare Blitz from Talonflame to get off another Discharge to take its fourth knockout and the match, resulting in a 4-0 win for the Marill over the Deoxys. Another fantastic display of play comes from the Donphan versus Hawlucha's match, and because this Landorus refused to go down, it comes in at number 2. This week, the Donphan demonstrated that a Landorus at 5 HP is just as good as a Landorus at full health. It starts with Landorus living in HP Ice from Togekiss, but knowing how useful it is, the Donphan do an excellent job of preserving it throughout the entire match. With a little help from Baton Pass Scolipede, Landorus gets a KO on Starmie. Then, at the end of the match, Landorus gets a 3-mon sweep. First, Togekiss, then Weezing, and finally, Charizard Y. In total, Landorus at 5 HP racks up 4 KOs and led the Donphan to a 3-0 win over the Hawlucha. And finally, is it hot in here? Because I'm feeling caliente. I'm so sorry. Yes, the number 1 top play this week is so big, it's actually not even a play, it's an entire Pokemon. Entei. Just all of Entei. This was, of course, the Giantes versus Mankeys match, and the set on Entei was absolutely incredible. The match starts with Entei setting up a sunny day, then taking a Scald from Melodic, which set off Entei's weakness policy. Entei then proceeds to Solar Beam and KO Melodic. Next, the Mankeys send in Grand Bolt to try and withstand Entei's might, but Eruption proved to be too great, and a second KO was picked up. The Mankeys send in Zygarde to take down the legendary beast, but Entei was prepared with a Hidden Power Ice that was way too much for Zygarde to bear, resulting in Entei's third KO for the match. Sharpedo would come in next to stall out the final turn of Sun, but the Giantes put on so much pressure in the beginning of the match that the Mankeys had little hope of coming back. Ultimately, the match ended in a very clever 5-0 win for the Giantes over the Mankeys. Lastly, we gave you, the fans, the opportunity to choose the reigning play of Season 5, and with an overwhelming 49% of the votes at closing, the current reigning play is actually a tough play. I am talking, of course, of the HP Ice Ambipom, played by the Pittsburgh Piratas from Week 1. And now, you get the chance again. Will Caliente be able to dethrone Ambipom? Cast your vote in the Strawpoll using the link in the description. And while you're down there, be sure to let us know some of your top plays from Week 4 in the comments section down below. But that is going to wrap up this week's top plays. I am KantoCastBlue, and I will catch you next week with more top plays from Season 5 of the GBA.